Alrighty guys, the next thing in base building I guess is putting some walls around our flag to protect it. So the easiest way to do that is find yourself an axe and a hand saw and then start building some walls. So the best place to find them are at any of the large industrial sites on the map. Now the two big ones that stick out is Blue Pearl, which is where I am now, which is on the northeastern side of the map, up here, or the Sugar Factory, which is down near Tanuka, just in here. Alright, they're probably the two best places to find the gear that we're after. So we'll just hunt around here, find ourselves an axe and a couple of hand saws. Now axes don't wear out, but hand saws do, so you will need hand saws when you're crafting different pieces of different types of wood, and they will wear out over time. So yeah, just walk around and see if you can find them. It shouldn't take you too long. Water canisters are always handy too when you're building for concrete walls. Same with fuel canisters, which we'll talk about in another episode later on. Sand and cement are always very handy, and hopefully without too much trouble it should be pretty easy for us to find an axe. Boxes of screws are always handy. You'll need them as you start to do some more crafting, so we'll grab some of them. Zippy ties are obviously good for zippy tying people. I think we might have an axe over here. Yep, bingo, one axe. So it took us about 5 minutes to find. Now the sad thing about that is, it'll go where your rocket launcher goes. So we'll just grab that axe. We'll see if we can find ourselves a hand saw very quickly, and then we'll get back into building some walls. Hand saw, fantastic. Excellent, and an axe here as well. I believe I might have picked up some hand saws before I did. Excellent, alright. Got two hand saws. Cool. Excellent. Alright, we've got everything we need to start building some walls for our base. So the next part of the tutorial, we'll head over to the base. Obviously it's going to be after restart, so I'll just go and find myself a nice handy place to hide, and then I'll head back to the base and we'll take up from there. Alrighty guys, we're back at the base. Obviously restart has happened, and first thing we're going to do is we'll put some walls around our flag here. So we'll put 1, 2, 3, 4 walls and a roof on that. and make it a little bit more difficult for people to steal the flag. To do that, we need some wood, and to get wood, we need to get ourselves some timber by chopping down the trees with our axe. So we'll pull out our axe, and let's go and chop some trees down. You notice how, as I chop the trees down, I just walk around a little bit, just so that all the wood doesn't pile up in one spot. Sometimes when you chop the trees down, they can pile up one on top of the other. If that happens, then it makes it really painful to try and pick up those pieces of timber. So you're going to need a lot of wood. Chop down a tree at a time, and then pick up all that timber. Got a fair bit of timber out of that one tree. Alright, so hopefully that won't despawn while we're doing some other things. Alright, so it's a little bit annoying the way it fell, but anyway. Alright, so when you're going to craft anything, whether it's a wood table, wood logs, whatever, concrete walls, fuel tanks, you can find all the crafting menu, crafting options and recipes on the XM8, which you hit 6 to get to. Alright, when you first look at it, it's normally looking like that. So open them up by pressing 6, the little X down the bottom there, hit that, turns it on. And if you go to more crafting recipes, you'll find a whole heap of different categories in here for making various things. You can craft safes, you can craft all sorts of things. Sorry, maybe not safes, you can craft code locks and things like that. Explosives, all sorts of things. So what we might do is just have a quick look at the crafting menu. Alright, and what I want to see is I want to be able to craft a workbench. Right, so there we go. It tells me I've got 10 wood logs on me, and I only need 4 to craft a workbench itself. Alright, so that's one thing we're going to need. We're going to need some wood planks. So we've got a handsaw, which is good, and we've got some wood logs. There it's telling us we need the workbench. So we'll craft that workbench first up. Alright, so the way to craft that is if we go into our inventory, double click on our wood logs, go to recipes, and then in there somewhere you'll find craft workbench. Double click on that, craft one of them, thank you very much. Alright, now we've got a workbench kit, which we can now double click on that and construct that. And put that same way that we put the flag. So I might just dump it over here for the moment. That's out of my way, yep. Alright, so we've got our workbench. What we want to do is craft some floors and some walls. So let's have a look at our crafting menu again. And you'll notice if I go back into it, like I've just done, the crafting menus don't appear. What I find you have to do is hit that exit button and then go back into that crafting menu. So we'll just quickly have a look at our buildings. We want to craft some wood walls and some wood floors. So there's our wood floor, which we need 4 planks. We've got our workbench and our wood door. Oh, we don't need a wood door, we just need wood walls at the moment. Wood walls, same thing, 4 planks and a workbench. Alright, so what we should be looking at is that crafting menu. And it's done it again. Let's have a look at our crafting menu. And we want to craft a wood plank. So we've got handsaw, we need workbench, logs. Easy done. Alright, so go into our inventory, double click on our wood logs, recipes, and craft all the wood planks you need. Alright, so I'm going to go and pick up some more of those logs, and you'll see me over time. I'll craft these to the point where I've got enough for a wood wall or wood floors. Okay, I've got myself a couple of walls, so what we'll do now is we'll place these walls. Alright, so construct, and as you can see I've got a wall I can place. Now there's a couple of things to fall into trap there. Up the top right you'll see it says free vector mode. If you hit 4, it'll toggle on physics. Physics means it'll roll down the side of a hill, blow away in the wind type thing. I suggest you don't turn physics on at all. Snap mode is handy when you want to snap it to other objects you've already built. So what we're going to do is we'll use snap mode, but initially we will just place this wall, and it's going to raise it up a bit by using the keys on the right hand side. You can see there that to move it up is page up, and that's probably an alright height there where it shouldn't be in the way. Alright, so to place that object we'll hit the spacebar just like that, and that's pretty much the height that I wanted it at. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is place that other wall. Double click, construct. This time I am going to use a snap mode, so I'm going to hit 3, turn snap mode on, and you can see how I've got arrows that light up as I look at an object. So that's asking me what object I want to snap to. So I select that object by hitting space, and then you can see it's red at the moment. I can flip it around. If I move that object up the wall up a bit, find the sweet spot, there we go, and then just rotate it around, and then we hit space again to place it. Alright, so I've got a couple of walls. Soon be able to enclose my flag. As you can just see, my handsaw just got removed. It broke as I was crafting my my wood planks. So I need another 2 walls at least. You can see how the trees are falling over. They'll be standing back up again at restart, so there's no big deal there. Alright, as you can see there, now I have my base nicely secured there, my flag. At restart we'll see these trees disappear and everything will look nice and hunky-dory again. Alrighty. That's about the only time I'm going to be using wood. Everything else will be concrete. Alright, that's enough for this vid. See you next time.